G'day guys, what's going on? It's Trent here from Trent Banked PT. I'm gonna do some cuts with that to make that look really cool. I got told not to do cuts anymore because they are distracting and they didn't like them. So I'm just gonna do those cuts just because I can, okay? So you don't like cuts? How about this cut? Hey. Fucking hell. Anyway, all right guys, I'm gonna go through a video with you on how to burn fat and build muscle, okay? Simple to say, hard to do, okay? So what we're gonna go through here is we're gonna go through the training required to build the muscle and burn the fat, nutrition required to burn the muscle, build the fat, and the mindset required to build muscle and burn the fat, okay? So let's get started with the training first. I'm gonna write down everything here. You guys are gonna, and then I'm gonna go through it with you, and then we're gonna go one by one, okay? Let's do it. Okay guys, so starting with the training, okay? What we're going to go through is how to structure your training and get it all set up for you for about 8 to 12 weeks, all right? So I've written 8 to 12 weeks here. You need to do blocked programming, all right? I like to call it blocked programming because it's in 8 to 12 week blocks, right? And you've got progressive overload included in there with your deloads, okay? So a deload is a back off week where you aren't pushing as hard. You're kind of letting your body relax and recuperate, but you're not taking a full week off training, okay? The progressive overload relates to these 5 big lifts where we want to try and make sure that we are getting better and stronger in those lifts most weeks, okay? We're building up and building up and building up, right? And then we're going to go from basically like with the squat, we're going to go build up, build up, build up, build up. And then we want to try and bring that back a little bit with a deload, not too far, right? And then straight back up again, progressive overload, right? We want to overload the muscles and force them to grow. Fairly simple stuff, 8 to 12 weeks. You should be working with these big lifts. You should be working between the ranges of like 12 to 4, right? Sorry, 4 to 12, right? But that's set differently. So you go, you know, in the first 3 weeks, we're hitting 10s and 12s. In the next 2, 8s, 10s, 6s and 8s, 4s and 6s, stuff like that, okay? Your 5 big lifts should involve squat or a leg pressing variation. So what's it called? Leg press, the hack squat, anything like that, right? A deadlift variation for your back, for the back of your legs, right? It could be a good morning, it could be a Romanian deadlift, whatever. Bench press, incline bench press can be used too. A row variation, so I like to use a cable row or a bent over barbell row, and then an overhead press using bar or dumbbells, okay? Seated, standing, whatever you would like. Okay, now we're gonna go into the nutrition part. Let's do it. Okay, so let's get started on the nutrition part. So to build muscle, burn fat, you want to be pretty versed in counting your macros, okay? Making sure that your calories are on point, making sure that you're always getting 2 grams to 2.4 grams per kilo of body weight of protein in. And then we're gonna manipulate your calories a little bit. So how I would like to do it, right, is we're gonna start off in a 4-week surplus. That 4-week surplus is gonna allow us to build muscle. We might put on a little bit of weight, okay? But we're gonna build some muscle there. And then from there, we're gonna go into a 4-week maintenance where we're still gonna be hopefully progressively overloading in our lifts and making progress continually, okay? In the last 4 weeks, we're gonna go into a deficit, right? Deficit will most likely mean our surplus would be around 250 to 500 calories, right? And then you take either the 250 or 500 away from the maintenance, right, to get your, from the surplus to get your maintenance. And then from there, from your maintenance, you're gonna go either to 250 or 500 calories as well, okay? So that is gonna give you your deficit. In our deficit, hopefully, we are burning more fat, okay? Building a little bit of muscle, and then we go into a maintenance where we're going to be really pushing through those lifts, and then the last 4 weeks of the training, you want to be doing a deficit and burning some fat. Also, with the training that I forgot to mention before, is that you want to be doing some sort of cardio. So I like to start off when in that surplus, I'll probably do about 60 minutes of cardio a week. It's not a lot. If I train 4 times a week, I'm only doing about 15 minutes each time. That's pretty damn good, okay? As things start to ramp up, your maintenance, you can stay at about 60 minutes if you would like, right? Because you're at a maintenance level of calories. But then when we get into our deficit, we can ramp that up even further and try and hit about an hour a week, 2 hours, completely up to you on how you like to fit in your cardio, okay? So when I was competing, I was doing around about 30 minutes a day, right? Which was in the morning, and then towards the end, I started ramping it up even more because I needed to get some fat off, but I had to do what I had to do to get the results, okay? Next, we're going into the mindset. Let's do it. Okay, mindset. From what I've seen with my clients is the biggest freaking thing that holds them back. They can do this nutrition and the training, that's the easy bit. It's getting through the hard work and having to actually really knuckle down and get your shit done to be able to get your results, okay? If that means that you have to do an hour of cardio a day, which I really wish some people wouldn't do, right? But if you have to do it, you gotta fucking do it. It's simple shit, right? Mindset, you need to be fucking dedicated to get this sort of stuff done. And I just swore a couple of times then. I haven't sworn on this channel yet. Jeez Louise, I might have to bleep that stuff out. Anyway, dedication, right? Trust the process. Make sure that you have full faith in what you are doing. Trust that it is going to work. If it doesn't work, then you've got to change it up. Get something fixed, right? Whether that means you put in more cardio or you take out more calories. You've got to trust the process to be able to get the result. And if you're hiring a coach, trust your coach. Your coach has more knowledge than you, hence why you've hired that person. If they're crap, then it's going to become pretty evident pretty quickly that they're crap, right? You need to make sure that your coach actually is looking out for you. If you send them a text message, they've got to get back to you within 24 hours. Like that's just normal, right? You should be trusting your coach and trusting the process and trusting in their knowledge as well, okay? Hopefully, guys, that has given you a slight little idea on how to burn muscle and build fat, right? That's in a 12-week process, a 12-week commitment, whatever. Sound like a membership sales consultant, all right? But over a 12-week period. Let's say it that way. That's probably better. Right? Make sure you follow me on the Facebooks and the Instagrams, right? For more tips and all this sort of stuff. I like to post stuff on my Instagram quite regularly, but hopefully you guys get it, and we'll see you soon. Peace.